What's up, Simonics? Welcome to our vlog episode, which happens to be on day 12 of the Ionic Holiday Calendar. This episode might be a bit shorter because perhaps I didn't communicate right what an AMA vlog stands for, or perhaps also because your internet connection dropped off while you were hitting the submit button on Twitter. We don't have too many questions, but I will work with what we got. You asked a few questions here on YouTube, so let's answer them. First question comes from Itzatulo Kanoatov. We used to watch your videos in English, and my question is that can you make a video in your native language so that we can catch your points by code? I got the question about subtitles or German videos quite a few times, but right now I don't have any plans to support this. First of all, if I would do German videos, they would get a lot less views, of course, and this channel is in English and the academy and everything I do, so it wouldn't really attract the kind of people that I need to support my business, I would say. In terms of providing subtitles, that is actually something I thought about, but where do I actually start? So do I only provide subtitles for Spanish, and what about French and German or Russian or Chinese, or I don't know, really don't know where to start. I don't know if they can actually understand what I do in a technical way, because most of my tutorials are quite technical and I'm not sure if this is possible. So for now, I haven't planned to do either German videos or use subtitles, perhaps in the future if I find a reason to do it. Next question, or perhaps not really a question, but Ek Designs asks, please bring out a lifetime license for the Ionic Academy. I know some other schools online have this concept of lifetime membership. I thought about this in the past as well, but just like with the subtitles, I don't have a real plan for this yet. I don't know how I would price this or how people would react if I would close at any time the platform and they have a lifetime license. If you have any ideas to share about what you like about lifetime licenses or how you think they could work, please leave them below. I might really do this in the future, but for now I don't have any plans for this on my to-do list. David Sears asks, can you create an app for the Ionic Academy member courses? It's hard to navigate on my phone or iPad if I just want to watch the video and see your process. Actually, I started working on this a few months back and I implemented some basic functionalities, but I was a bit scared because, you know, I use WordPress in the backend and I had to use the WordPress API for login and for retrieving lessons, and then there were kind of problems because I use Vimeo, I don't know what it's called, to host my videos. Within WordPress I then get the link to the video, but on the platform I have specified to only allow links on ionicacademy.com. Now I would also have to somehow enable links for mobile applications or load this through the API, and that was the point where I stopped. But that is definitely something that I will reconsider for the next year. It was planned for this year already. Definitely interesting thing. I also wanted to build something like offline capabilities so members of the Academy can log into their application and then listen or watch the videos on their commute if they download them upfront. But again, this brings up some security questions. Of course, I don't want everyone to download my videos and then upload them for free anywhere else. There are a few technical challenges, I would say, but I will definitely consider this application again when I make my plan for the next year. Another question from Itzatulo, I will just skip the last name. Could you make real projects a lot in your channel? Which actually also got a response from someone. Yes, of course I can try, but the problem is that if I want to do like a WhatsApp or a Facebook clone with Ionic, it's not just Ionic, right? It's the backend that has a lot of power in these scenarios. So what I could do is I could either mock all the responses and data objects that I would normally get from such a backend to just focus on Ionic, but that was require a lot of mocking. Or the other way would be to create an appropriate backend with some general functionality for WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever clone that we could then use within Ionic. But setting up this backend would already require like a few videos, and then the front end will also be kind of complex. So this is something I actually considered, and now a little spoiler alert. I had planned a book for this year, but because of some other projects I couldn't do it this year. So perhaps next year I'm working on a new book that is exactly about this topic. My general name for this plan is currently Build with Ionic, and to rebuild some famous apps. I actually asked about this on a few channels already in the past. It is about creating both backend and frontend. Backend, perhaps something with a Nest or Node.js API, perhaps with Firebase. And then to build an application with Ionic that looks like WhatsApp, Uber, Facebook, whatever it might be, using that backend. But this topic is so big and I want to tackle it in the right way. So this might be the project for the next year, a book that you can look forward to. If you already got some ideas on this, let me know. But for now, it is just a secret between us, okay? And now a bunch of questions. I will just go through them one by one from Ivo Nikolov. So, is Ionic popular in Germany? I actually don't know how I could rate this. So I worked with a few clients in Germany and they all knew about Ionic, but I know a lot of other people who have never heard about Ionic in Germany. So I think it actually is popular. People in Germany are using Angular and React. I think in the enterprise world it is also okay already since a few years to use these technologies. It is just as popular as in other countries, I would say. Definitely not something that people are not using at all. Do you know the academine guy Maximilian Schwarzmüller, and do you consider him competition, provided that he is also an Ionic tutor and also from Germany? I have to admit, I know this name and I think I perhaps have seen a Udemy course from him, but I don't check out the other content creators too much and I don't worry about it too much, because in the past, or when I was starting out, I was looking a lot at the other people like Josh, Paul, there was also Nick, if you remember him, and all of them were providing tutorials around the same topic. So I always tried not to do the same thing like they did, but then I thought maybe I could do this in a better way. And at some point I just stopped following too closely what they do and just tried to focus on what my audience is asking for in terms of tutorials and content. I don't really consider any of these people a competition. I follow them from time to time and check out what they are doing. And I appreciate that they are also successful with what they do, but it's not like a real competition. Why do you think Ionic is mostly popular in India and Asia in general? I have to admit, I have no idea how popular Ionic is in these regions. I know that a lot of people from Malaysia are joining the Ionic Academy, but also at the same time, a lot of people from Brazil are actually also inside the Academy. In contrast to this, from some countries in the north of Europe, we don't have a lot of members, so I can only rate it in these terms. Perhaps it is also in some countries that they don't have the payment mechanism for the Academy, but in terms of these countries, as I said, Brazil, Malaysia, South Korea, yes, there are a lot of people in the Academy. I don't know exactly why it is popular there, perhaps because the people do like the idea of these hybrid or cross-platform applications more. I really have no idea, but at the same time in the United States there are also super many members inside the Academy, so I guess it's also popular there. Will Ionic become as popular as React? Well, at this point you can't really compare Ionic to React. You could compare Angular to React, and you could take different statistics, and on the one side the Angular looks better and the other React looks better. So I'm really not a huge fan of saying which one of these is more popular. I know that you can get great jobs with both Angular and React. You can build great web applications with both. You can build native applications with both. So they are just a bit different. It's more like a personal choice or a company choice. You can't go really wrong if you decide that you are using React now or that you're using Angular. I think both are great frameworks. As I said, you can't compare Ionic to, you could compare Ionic perhaps to Flutter and React Native, and I think in that comparison Ionic is already quite popular. Alright, besides that, I always get a lot of questions about specific code problems, how to implement this or how to fix this. I hope you understand that I cannot answer these questions in a video like this. We now have perhaps 10 or 12 minutes in this video to talk about a few things, but if I would try to answer one question like this, it would at least take me 15 minutes and also require a lot of work to actually solve the problem myself, because I don't have all the answers for every question about Ionic. I also have to do some research, try out a few things and research what the solution might look like. So I hope you still enjoyed today's vlog episode. I hope you also enjoy the Ionic Holiday Calendar, which will take place still a few more days. Next week will be the last vlog episode of the year, since I also want to have a bit of holiday, at least 2 weeks. At this point, I'm really kind of tired after a lot of vlog episodes and videos this year. I'm looking forward to the last episode and then having some time to think about the plans for the next year, which also includes updates on the side project we talked about in the past. Thanks again for your submissions. I hope you enjoyed our little AM8, which stands for Ask Me Anything, and I guess we will do this sometime again in the next year, perhaps once we hit 30k subscribers. If you're not yet subscribed, of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also the like for the video, and then I will catch you tomorrow for the next Ionic Holiday Calendar, and also next Thursday for the last vlog episode of the year. Thanks for your attention, thanks for watching this video, have a great week, enjoy the holiday season if you celebrate it, and happy coding, Simon.